All right, Michael, the numbers keep going up and up. Aaron Rodgers, we've learned, that contract that he just agreed to with the Green Bay Packers, new money average of $61.7 million per year. And it really, like the number jumps out at me for a couple of reasons. One, look, we know Aaron Rodgers is a great player, MVP again for the second season in a row. So he deserves every dollar that he's going to get, if not more. But I go back to two things. One, when we learned that Aaron Rodgers had a new contract, he said, wait a minute, the numbers aren't quite accurate. Now, this deal, I'm coming back to the Packers. I'm happy to be back. But y'all didn't quite get it right. And there are two reasons, at least two reasons why you would say something like that. One, you haven't signed the deal, and there's still some numbers to work out, or some terms to work out. Or two, that the deal is actually richer than that which is being reported, and you want everybody to know about it. And look, everybody's got a different kind of personality. I've never been one of those guys who is just going around bragging about what I've got and how much I make and all that. But I think Aaron Rodgers, I'm guessing that he wanted people to know that his contract, that it wasn't the reported contract is not accurate, and it's even more than we thought. But beyond that, look, and that's his right. He can do whatever he wants. But I think this is interesting from the perspective of Davante Adams. Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers always giving each other love. Always. Hey, that's my quarterback. He's the best. And then Aaron Rodgers, I got the best wide receiver in the NFL, and Davante, on and on. Just throwing flowers at one another. Now, if I'm Davante Adams, he's playing on the franchise tag, and I wonder how where this rates on your leverage chart. They tagged him. He told the Packers, "I'm not playing for the franchise tag. I'm not doing that."
And they typically don't guarantee money beyond the first year for non-quarterbacks or something to that effect. They have a certain way of doing business, I believe. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, his guys, got a new deal. Other players on the roster have new deals they've restructured to create salary cap space. As a matter of fact, the Rodgers contract created a tremendous amount of space for the Packers. What happens with Davante Adams? Now that Aaron Rodgers has his deal and Adams says he's not playing for the franchise tag, I'm just curious about the Packers because, you look at the last 3 years, their regular season, they've been like one of the best teams in the NFL. Last year, I thought they were the best team in the NFL. Didn't turn out that way in the playoffs. I thought they were the best team in the league. What do? And I didn't even mention this. You throw that into the mix. Now you got Christian Kirk getting all the money.
It just creates a bigger divide, presumably. I mean, Davante Adams probably had his own number in mind, which probably
it might have been $84 million.
More than what. But it was probably more than what Christian Kirk got anyway, or it should have been. Like Christian Kirk in free agency should not have approached what Davante Adams had in mind to begin with, because Christian Kirk does not approach the player that Davante Adams is. So I'm presuming that Davante Adams' deal was big to begin with, but now that Christian Kirk cashes in to the tune of $84 million over was it 4 or 5 years, one of the two, Davante Adams was like, okay, well, today's price is not yesterday's price. So I don't think they get a deal done anytime soon. I also don't think Davante Adams sits out the year. I know he's saying that now. You and I have seen many players say what he won't do, what he won't ever do again. But when it comes time to play football games, when it comes time to cash checks, and it's interesting.
Because you never make that money up.
Well,
you never get that back.
Remember last year when, they were kind of, I threw it out there, and then sure enough, there was a report about, I threw the Last Dance comparison out there from the beginning, and sure enough, there was a report about them calling Brian Gutekunst Jerry Krause in text messages, and then Rodgers and Adams started talking about, or started, playing into that with pictures of Michael and Scotty on Instagram playing up that whole Last Dance thing. I say that to say Davante Adams might just have to be the Scottie Pippen in this situation. And we all know how Scotty was wrong from a contractual standpoint for so long. Davante, and it's not obviously apples to apples. Davante's going to make a lot more in 1 year than Scotty. But Davante's going to make a lot more on this franchise tag than Scotty made back then when he was underpaid. I don't see Davante Adams sitting out. I think Le'Veon Bell was a 1 in 100 situation. I think he may sit out camp and may show up at the last minute once those checks start. But as much as he loves Rodgers and loves playing with Rodgers, I think that's the posture you assume right now. I'm not going to play under the franchise tag because all you have is your services as leverage. They have the franchise tag at their disposal. You have your services as your leverage. All you can do is threaten to withhold them. When it comes time to actually withhold them, and keep in mind, he can't be fined for missing OTAs, can't be fined for missing training camp because he's technically not under contract. He could just decide that he's going to miss checks. I don't see that happening. As far as Rodgers goes, real quick, just on, regardless of what the actual deal says, the average, all that stuff is for agents and for players. And look, bottom line is, Rodgers saved $18 million against the cap from what his previous cap number was. I'll get to this in a second. What his previous cap number was. And next year, his base salary is $59 million. So it's very much year to year for Aaron Rodgers. So according to Jordan Schultz, they offered Davante Adams over $23 million a year, highest ever, but he declined it. New money average says the highest ever is DeAndre Hopkins at $27 million. But that was 2 extra years added to a 3-year deal, skewing the market significantly. Money and ego. These guys want it, and Davante Adams deservedly so as the best receiver in the league, with apologies to Triple Crown winner Cooper Kupp. These guys want body of work. These guys want to be, understandably so, deservedly so, recognized as the highest paid. Just like Rodgers wanted to be highest paid quarterback, Davante Adams wants to be highest paid wide receiver. I don't see it getting worked out. But good news is, like I said earlier when it came to the Buccaneers, they ain't playing no games tomorrow. But when it comes time to play games, I think Davante Adams is there.
I wonder if you think that Aaron Rodgers has any kind of honeymoon period in him when it comes to decision-making for the Green Bay Packers, or do they look at it and say, look, man, you signed a contract. That's what we were concerned about. Now we don't have to really kiss up to you as much as we did when you were making your decision, when you were torn. So we got you under contract. You can look at it either one or two ways. Either, okay, you're under contract, sit down, shut up.
Because we were told that situations were connected. We were told that they were tied, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or now, hey, you're our guy, and and the reason you got upset in the first place is because things were happening, transactions were happening that you weren't on board with. And you want a little bit more of a say, or, come to me, ask me how I feel about it. I'm not, come on. I've been here for a while. I've been a good soldier.
Yeah.
And that's a long way of saying he loves Davante Adams. If Aaron Rodgers wants Davante Adams signed, and he really makes an appeal for him not to be on the franchise tag, does a deal get done? Does that put a little pressure on the Packers? Or do the Packers feel no pressure because they got the franchise quarterback under an agreement, under a very lucrative agreement, and he's not going anywhere?
Presumably Aaron Rodgers has always tried to leverage, I want Davante Adams back. Maybe the Packers are like, we're bringing him back regardless. We're bringing him back on our terms, which is a franchise tag for now until we come to a deal that we like. Bottom line, though, as we go to break, ultimately, grand scheme of things, Rodgers is signed and sealed. Does he deliver? Do you believe that before it's all said and done, putting you on the spot, he will deliver another Super Bowl championship to Green Bay? You do believe that? Okay, good.
I do.
Good.
I do. I believe it. I believe in Aaron Rodgers. Look, he didn't play, and a lot of times the criticism was unfair. Last year was fair. He didn't play well last year. Last year, he had a bad divisional playoff game. It was just, he didn't play well.
He did.
But most of the time, he does play well. He does. And I think he's got a lot left. He's got a lot left in that right arm. So,
we'll see what they do with the rest of free agency. Maybe their biggest offseason pickup was Rich Bisaccia.
They're too good.
the special
They're
teams
too good
coach.
not to. They're too good not to win another one.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.